Hello friends, today we discuss about the elective 2 which is earthquake engineering. So I Professor Munal Santosh Shugle from Ketwa College of Engineering Nasik. So in this today's video we discuss about the classification of the earthquake, basic terminology of the earthquake and the earthquake zone in India. So these three content today we discuss in this unit. So let us start with the first, which is basic terminology of the earthquake. So this is the schematic diagram which shows the different parameters in the earthquake. So here focus is there, then here the depth, focal depth is there, which is the distance between the epicenter and the focus. Then epicenter is there, then this any object is there, the distance from this epicenter to the object or the place of the interest is nothing but the epicentral distance. So one by one we see the definition of this terminology. So in that first one is there focus. Focus is also known as hypocenter. So the point inside the earth surface of the crust from where the earthquake originates is termed as hypocenter or the focus. Focus is the point on the fault where the slip or the movement start. So this is nothing but the focus. Then second term is there, which is the epicenter. Epicenter, the point on the earth surface vertically above the hypocenter is called as epicenter. So which is exactly above the focus. This point is nothing but the epicenter. The next term is there focal depth. So this distance is nothing but the focal depth. So the depth of the focus from the epicenter is called as focal depth. The focal depth an important parameter in determining the extent of the damage of most of the major earthquake causing lot of damage is shallow. Then next term is there, which is epicentral distance. So this distance is nothing but the distance from epicenter to the place where the earthquake is happen. So the distance from the epicenter to the point of any interest is called as epicentral distance. As epicentral distance is increased, the effect of earthquake becomes less. The damage is maximum at epicenter and surrounding area. So these are the basic terminology of the earthquake. So in that next term is there, which is magnitude of the earthquake. So the magnitude of an earthquake is a measure of amount of energy release. It is the earthquake measured of the actual size or the strength of the earthquake and is a much more precise measure than the intensity. Earthquake magnitude are based on the direct measurements of the size, that is amplitude of the seismic wave made with the recording instruments. The total energy release can be calculated from the amplitude of the wave and distance from the epicenter. The amount of ground shaking is related to the magnitude of the earthquake. Earthquake magnitude is recorded by using Richter's magnitude scale. The magnitude number is assigned to an earthquake on the basis of amount of ground displacement or the vibration it produces as measured by seismograph. So the magnitude is a number that the characteristic the relative size of the earthquake. So the several scale have been defined, but the most commonly used are these are the four scales are there. In that local magnitude is there, which is commonly referred as Richter's magnitude. Then second one is the surface wave magnitude, then body wave magnitude, and last one is the movement magnitude. So these are the different magnitudes are there which is used to measure the magnitude of the earthquake. So next term is there intensity of the earthquake. The intensity is a number describing the severity of an earthquake in terms of its effect on the earth's surface and on human and their structures. Several scales exist, but the one most commonly used in the United States are modified Macaulay scale and the Rossi force scale. So this is there. So while measuring the intensity of the earthquake, the 10 Roman numbers are there. With intensity 1 begins the weakest, and the intensity 10 begins the strongest. Delicate balanced objects are distributed slightly. Still, water in container oscillated slowly. Therefore, on each earthquake produces a range of intensity values ranging from highest in the epicenter area to zero at a distance from the epicenter. So this is nothing but the intensity of earthquake. Then next is there, which is the scale of the earthquake. So the scale of the earthquake, regularly we use the Richter scale, is a outdated method of the measuring magnitude that is no longer used by the USGS for the large teleseismic earthquake. The Richter scale measures the largest amplitude on the recording, but other magnitude scale measure different parts of the earthquake. Richter scale is used to rate the magnitude of the earthquake, the amount of energy released. This is calculated using information gathered by the seismograph. The amount of energy released increases 31.7 times between the whole number value. So this is nothing but the scale. So the next point is there, which is, so these are the Richter scale of the earthquake energy. In that, here the levels are given according to that description, occurrence in the population and the movement. The table is varying according to the this magnitude of the earthquake. So here small description is there. Then occurrence is daily. Then every minute, every hour, every day, every week. According to that, the movement is occur of the earthquake. So this is nothing but the Richter scale of the earthquake energy. So the next point is there, which is the difference between the magnitude and the intensity. So the main difference is there in case of intensity, how strong earthquake feels to observer, and in case of magnitude related to the energy release. So this is the basic difference between the intensity and the magnitude of the earthquake. Then second point is there, which is the qualitative assessment of the kinds of damage done by earthquake. And so in terms of magnitude, the quantitative measurement of the amount of energy released by the earthquake by modern seismograph. Then third point is there, which is in case of intensity of the earthquake depends on the distance to the earthquake and strength of the earthquake. Similarly, in case of magnitude, it depends on the size of the fault that breaks. And last point is there, which is intensity determined from the intensity of shaking and the damage from the earthquake, and in case of magnitude of the earthquake determined from the seismic record. So this is the basic difference between the magnitude of the earthquake and the intensity of the earthquake. Then next point is there, which is the classification of the earthquake. So in that basic, these five points are there, which is based on this basis the classification of the earthquake takes place. So in that these are the five. In that first one is based on the location, based on the focal depth, based on their causes, based on their magnitude, based on their epicentral distance. So let us start with the one by one. Here first, based on the location, it is also divided into two types, subtypes. So in that, interplate earthquake and intraplate earthquake. So the interplate earthquake which occur along boundary of tectonic plate, that is example is there, Assam earthquake. Then second subtype is there, which is intraplate earthquake. So for that, earthquake which occur within the plate itself, that is away from the plate boundary. For that, best example which is the Latur earthquake in India. So these are the two subtypes are there, which is based on the location. Then second type is there, which is the based on the focal depth. So this is also subdivided into three types. So in that first one, shallow earthquake. So this earthquake whose focal depth is less than the 70 kilometer are called as shallow earthquake. Nearly 80% of the earthquake are shallow. Then second subtype is there, which is intermediate earthquake. So intermediate earthquake whose focal depth is from 70 to 300 kilometer are called as intermediate earthquake. And third type is there, which is deep earthquake. So this earthquake whose focal depth is greater than the 300 kilometer. So these are the three subtypes are there, which is based on the focal depth. Then third type is there, which is based on the causes. So here also based on these causes, again two types are there, non-tectonic earthquake and the tectonic earthquake. So first one, non-tectonic earthquake. It is also known as plutonic earthquake. The earthquake which are caused due to the volcanic activity and man-made reason are called non-tectonic earthquake. They are of two types, volcanic earthquake and the artificial earthquake. These are the two types are there in case of this non-tectonic earthquake. And second type is there, which is tectonic earthquake. This earthquake which are of tectonic origin and are caused due to the sudden slip in the fault of tectonic plates of the earth are called as tectonic earthquake. So this is the third type, which is based on their causes. Then fourth type is there based on their magnitude. So here the different magnitudes are there, which having the range is different. So in that for the greater magnitude means the magnitude of the earthquake is 8 and more. Then major in that case 7 to 7.9. Then strong 6 to 6.9. Then moderate for that 5 to 5.9. Then light earthquake is nothing but the 4 to 4.9. Then minor for that 3 to 3.9, and micro which is less than 3. This is the based on the magnitude of the earthquake. And last fifth type is there, which is based on the epicentral distance. So in that also again three subtypes are there. In that first one, local earthquake, regional earthquake and teleseismic earthquake. So in that first one, local earthquake. So local earthquake, the affected area is very less within the 1 degree of the epicenter. Then regional earthquake, the affected area due to earthquake is within 1 degree to 10 degree of the epicentral of the earthquake. And last type, which is the teleseismic earthquake, the affected area is greater than 10 degree of the earthquake. So this is the classification of the earthquake. So next point is there, which is the earthquake zone in India. So all of you know that total 5 zones are there. So there are 5 seismic zones named as Roman 1 to 5 based on the modified Mercalli scale as detail given below. So according to that, these are the 5 zones are there. So in zone number 5, it covers the area liable to seismic intensity, which is 9 and above on mm scale. This is the most several seismic zone and is referred here as very high damage risk zone. Then next second zone is there, which is the fourth zone, which gives the area liable to to this Mercalli scale, which is 8. This zone is second in severity to zone 5. This is the referred as here as high damage risk zone. Then third zone is there, in that the associated intensity is Mercalli scale, which is 7. This is termed here as moderate damage risk zone. Then second zone is there, the probability intensity is Mercalli scale, which is 6. This zone is referred to as low damage risk zone. And last zone, which is zone number 1, here the maximum intensity is estimated as 5 or less. This zone is termed here as a very low damage risk. So I hope all of you understand our today's content, which is the terminology of the earthquake, then classification of the earthquake, then earthquake zone in India. So thank you.